of the knockout of the World Cup, second match stage of the World Cup, which is South Africa taking on Czech. In their first match, South Africa lost to the host nations Mexico, and while Czech lost also to South Korea. So these two has lost both matches. So I think they would want to go for the win today. So it will be an interesting game of football to see what they are up to. So anyone who wins automatically would have the chances of going through into the next round. So right now is the national anthem of Czech, who are just finished now, and now we'll be having South Africa. So I think this will be a very interesting match. But I think the Czech should win this one. In my own opinion, the Czech should win this one. That's the South African national anthem. I'm here to hit watch. They must go back. Oh, bless him, he's crying. Oh. Fam, your anthem is too long. The South African anthem is like a poem. Like a poem. Come on, let's go. Game time. Game time. Hello, if you're watching, tell me where you're watching from and who you think is going to win between South Africa and Czech Republic. Let me know in the comment section. And let me know where you're streaming from. It's time to deliver. It absolutely is, and it's one of those moments where both teams. The formal handshake now before the game commences. Because 3 points is an absolute must. Czech Republic have struggled to live up to the standards they set from the mid-90s to the mid-noughties. This will be an interesting game because Czech has lost their game, South Africa has lost their game. So these two will be looking way forward to like get a point, at least a point. And in the other side, Mexico and Korea, they won their first game. So that would be another interesting game of football as well. Mexico has got the advantage. They are playing home with the crowd, the momentum. They are hosting the World Cup, so everything would go on. But that does not mean they would win because the South Koreans are a very good side. Goal difference. 4-2 time. A little bit of history. Tori Penso of the United States becoming just the second woman to referee a men's World Cup game. Stephanie Frappart did so at Qatar 2022. Brooke Mayo and Catherine Nesbitt are the assistants. Campbell Kirk Kawana War of New Zealand. The referees are women from USA and New Zealand. All three women, all the three officials are women. The two linesmen, women, and the center referee, a woman, which is good to see as well. Vol from Argentina, US, and UAE.
Well, it is a wonderful setting. The centre of sort of downtown Atlanta, this incredible stadium.
One thing I like about this World Cup, the stadium are always filled up. Despite which country is playing, the stadium are always filled up, which is really good. Forget the politics that was going on pre the World Cup, but now it's football time. The stadiums are always filled, packed, which is that's really a good publicity.
And Darida come in. Darida at 35 came out of international retirement in March. South Africa have Yaya Sitole.
So if you're watching, tell me where you're streaming from and tell me your score line result. South Africa versus Czech. Who do you think is going to win? I'm saying Czech is winning 2-1. How about you?
In come to Pele Maseko, Talent, Butter, and Osman Abides. 8 of this 11.
So South Africa will be playing a 4-3-2-1, more like a defensive position. Everyone is pumped, ready to go.
Really need to win.
They need to win this one at all costs. If they lose this one, it's over. Finished. Adios. Bye bye. Ciao. Likewise, the Czech Republic as well. They need to win this game.
In the yellow and green, 2 of the elder statesmen of the coaching world.
Hugo Bros, South African coach.
Hugo Broos would do well in a
Hugo Bros.
I thought that earlier on, Steve, I'm not going to lie. He's the absolute ringer. You just didn't get the little glance. But so Group A.
4, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1. Yes, second game of the FIFA World Cup just began. Czech versus South Africa. So the Czechs are on red top and the blue shorts. While the South Africa on the yellow and green shorts. That's a tradition color.
Till the last 20 odd minutes of that game. Cho sending it away to the left-hand side. Patrick Schick.
Czech have probably started well. Oh, how can he lose that one? Very, very poor contact. Patrick Schick, very, very poor contact. How can he lose that one? No.
I'm not so sure because he just seems to take his eye off it completely. It doesn't even hit his head. It brushes his chest, and that is a big missed opportunity.
That was a very, very big missed opportunity for him. Top strikers is making those ones.
I think he's just saying it there. He's almost looking up, and I don't think you realise how bright the stadium actually is. With the big scoreboard above us, the light in the way it's set up, it's very difficult for the players to see. It's a weird light which keeps changing.
Czech advancing.
Up on the roof, that's going to be a
corner. Corner for the Czechians.
Put behind by Kaliso Mudau. Positive again, though, isn't it, from Czech Republic? Czech there, trying to get to the byline, move the ball so much quicker than they did in the opening game. The first couple of minutes of this one. Strong start from the Europeans. Comes his first corner kick of the game, headed.
That's the first corner kick of the game. Okay, South Africans. Oh.
The break is on here with Apollos.
They're trying to make a break.
Moving the run of Modiba to his left-hand side, finding Bakazi. Ocon to Mudau. Osmanapolis. Aquina back to Ronwen Williams, who is.
They need to try to score. Enough of this playing ball to the back.
2023 when South Africa were semi-finalists. Plozek, Sheik, how these two link up will be big for the Czech Republic today.
Hello, Ferom 300.
Foul on Darina. Yeah.
How are you? Are you watching the game?
Position just to draw the foul.
Yeah, that's the foul. That's the foul.
Just goes over the top of the ball.
That's the foul. Clipped his leg. Good. What do you think? Who's going to win?
So early opportunity.
That's the early opportunity for Czech.
To take this.
That's a free kick.
Free kick. Everybody's up.
And that has been one of their strengths.
Sufan's ball into the box.
Free kick, corners has been their strength. Let's go. Let's go.
Got the set pieces of Czech Republic. It's well worked out to Czech. It's a difficult skill to
Czech 2, South Africa 1. That's another corner. Oh, that's a poor one.
Williams, Sandelek's effort was off target.
The Czech are very, very good in terms of corners, set pieces in general. So the South Africans need to keep an eye on all that.
Absolutely brilliant from set pieces. Yeah, it is a surprise, and I think we're thinking about the Premier League. But when you're thinking about it, playing in this Czech team, do they want more dynamic players within the middle of the park? Is that an issue for them going up against the South African players? And
okay, that's not bad. As long as they win. Go. 1-0. 1-0 Czech. 1-0 Czech. Just under 5 minutes, they've scored. They will go back home. Today, South Africans will go back home to meet their jobs. That's a good goal. That's a very, very good goal. In less than 5 minutes, they've scored. Yeah. I think more goals will be in this game. More goals will be in this game. It's a very, very coordinated goal. Pass the ball around as in themselves. What a throw-in.
It's brilliant from Hodek. He gets that ball back, but it's the touchdown from Soika. It's so unselfish.
Karina Kanik. Hi. What a goal. What a goal. Hi, Karina. That was a beautiful goal. 6 minutes gone. More goals to come, guys.
Was a terrifically unselfish
goal scored at 6 minutes.
Whipped it in beautifully.
South Africans will go back home.
So South Africa are in a bit of a hole here already. Throw in. Spear side.
The only professional player in South Africa is their striker. That's the one that plays for Burnley. The rest plays in South Africa. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but they lack that international experience. So it's really, really telling on them. You know, the only international player is I can't remember his name right now. That's the striker. Plays for Burnley.
Adams. Temple Maseko. Now in a very advanced position from right fullback. Away.
So
they look quick and sharp. The Czechs, they're getting around the bodies of South Africa, making sure that they can't pick the heads up. They can't pick out a yellow jersey. This is the touch again. Soika, beautiful little ball.
that was a beautiful goal. Nice strike.
It's a really smart finish. Dream start for Czech Republic. Only a second international.
Oh guys, I'm yawning. I'm hungry.
Return to play the Czech Republic.
That's a dream start for Czech Republic.
Summer having been fixture in.
Imagine if Czech Republic win this game and then Mexico beat Korea. That would be another interesting game. I don't really see Mexico beating Korea. Ooh, offside. I don't really see Mexico beating Korea. Those Koreans, they play good football. They play really good football.
Yeah, it just goes too early, doesn't it? But the football.
They play really good football. There will be a lot of goals in this game. There will be a lot of goals. I think it will be up to 3 goals. It will be up to 3 goals. The South Africans must go back home.
So free kick to South
Free kick to South Africa now.
So far being offside, Audrey Modiba takes it.
Throwing.
It's really interesting when you see the Czechs, the way that they're setting up. They're almost leaving the far side of the pitch, the South African right-hand side, and they're just suffocating this area of the pitch close to us and close to the TV camera where you can see the angle from.
That was a long thrust.
Long ball away downfield.
Throwing to South Africa.
Touchdown played by Soika. He's in that left wing back position. Yes, Steve, but he's playing very narrow when the ball is down the South African left, so he understands that his role is to play as narrow as he can, and then if there is a switch over in possession, he's actually higher up the pitch and in a better position. Batter's forward ball. This is Maseko. Batter's in the area with his hand raised. He wants it back. He tried to get it into it. Maseko. Miguel. Bakazi for Modiba.
No.
A little disguised ball, but we're throwing to the Czech Republic.
Throwing for Czech. That's a tough challenge.
Yeah, they'll be absolutely over the moon because they took the game to South Africa. They've got that early goal and they look in control of this game so far. As I say, it's too easy for the Czech Republic players to get on the ball, to find passes. That's the first challenge we've seen from Mokoena there. Reminds me of my old teammate Aaron Mokoena at Blackburn and the way he used to challenge. Vidal. Having exported some terrific footballers over the years, South Africa, Benny McCarthy and Maxim, of course. But it is predominantly home-based squad now.
Williams. That's a very good goalkeeper, Williams.
Controlled by Maseko. They've worked their way out of that quite nicely. Soika with the ball down the line. We're down though for South Africa.
Shoot! I thought it was a goal.
One of those was just for a split second.
I thought it was a goal.
Yeah, well, he's quick, isn't he?
Ooh, that was so close.
He wants to get it out of his feet quickly, get that shot at goal, well blocked.
That was so close.
The 2 wide men, if they can get them on the ball a little bit more, a little bit quicker, of course the Czechs a little bit more of an issue. So first corner for South Africa.
Why are they shooting from 100 meters? I don't understand. Too ambitious. Why are you shooting from 200 meters? Are you Rikweme?
From that distance, how often do you see goals scored from that distance? Continue to build up.
You're going back home, don't worry.
You're going to put it into the area. He's caused a little bit of a difficult time in the penalty area.
One of my first World Cup memories is Green Man beating Dino's off from that kind of distance. But it doesn't happen very often.
Well, I was going to say, was that the last time you saw it?
The Czechs are just... They have free time to knock the ball around to themselves. They have free spaces.
Momentarily wasn't picked up. Darriga losing out. Polish with the header. This is dangerous. Might come to shoot in the front.
Shaky.
Just to take it away from Kozek by Mokwena.
Should do a little bit better there, Kozak. He's just a little bit slow to react to it. Patrick Schick was in a better position there just to receive the pass, but too slow.
Kranac, in the middle of the back three.
That was a good pass. The Czechs are just having the ball too easy for themselves. Too easy.
Grab from Ocon. Clears with his right foot. It's a push and it's a free kick to South Africa.
It's aggressive from Czech Republic, making sure that the wide players can't receive the ball, they can't drift inside, there's pressure on them.
Thomas.
The Czechs are always aggressive when pressing. They press aggressively.
To Elisa Mudau.
Bakazi.
That shows you everything where Thomas is coming to get the ball. He's dropping so deep because there's a back five and then there's a three across that midfield. They just haven't got a route out at the moment, South Africa.
Williams long away downfield, comfortably dealt with by Krejci. Now with the throw.
15 minutes played, 1-0.
Mokwena.
I think South Africa has started getting the more of the ball now.
That's well played. Kalisa without the opportunity to deliver.
Oh, that was so close.
For a goal kick. Hey.
That was so close.
I must admit, I did too. That it might have come off Krejci. But goal kick has been good. It's a lovely run from Reynes to try and get in. It does just come off his chest ever so slightly, but the ball initially to split the lines is the perfect ball from Madiba, the left back, and that's what changes the momentum of the attack, the speed of attack, and it's what South Africa have to do more often.
Czechs are just
with the forward ball.
passing the ball so easily. Wow.
Got to be careful, South Africa. I mean, you're giving yourself no chance if you have two players sent off in a game, which they did, of course, in the Azteca. That's it's a proper old hook, that, isn't it? That was like a lacrosse stick around the shin.
The problem that South Africa have, or the beauty of the attack for the Czech Republic, is just they've got two focal points where they can take out that midfield press and just dink it into the forward players, which South Africa don't have. Sadek with
The long throws.
free kick.
Little deep ball in was intended for Sheik in the middle. I suspect he might have been offside if it had come to him.
I'm not afraid of putting crosses into the box, are they?
A Polis, good starting position from Kovac in the Czech goal. Darida. Sheik.
Don't think there's any context in this game. I don't think there's any context in this game. Can South Africa score? Can South Africa even score one goal? Can they? I kind of can't really see it happening.
European football has passed him by, but I'm surprised he's never been picked up by anybody. He's been a really, really steady presence for many years in the South African goal.
Just watching as he had the ball there. He didn't have any passes on because the Czech Republic are going man for man off the ball and they're making it really difficult for South Africa. That works as long as you communicate.
South Africans are not even pressing. They are not pressing.
You've got to drift. You've got to shift
67. What do you mean by that? South Africans are not even pressing aggressively. They are not. Estaval official 67. What do you mean by that? No. Foul. That's a foul. Foul. Direct card.
That's a poor challenge by Krejci.
I think there'll be a word had here because there was an earlier one. He tripped his winger, Seko. He didn't want him to turn, and there he's aggressive again. As he steps into the challenge, he knows what he's doing because if Maseka gets turned and gets beyond him, he's in at the back line of the Czech Republic.
That's a foul.
He not only scored against South Korea in the first game, he scored against both the Republic of Ireland and Denmark in the qualifying playoff process.
The goal kick for the South Africans.
To reach the World Cup.
The Czech are always pressing aggressively. They're not giving them spaces.
It's off the head of Sadilek, but still finds Lugao. Is immediately put under pressure.
Oh, am I tired? What's happening? It's 20 minutes gone. Czechia won.
To Williams again. They've got to find a goal from somewhere. Otherwise, their World Cup's going to be a short one. They won't actually be eliminated if they lose this game, South Africa, but they will have to go to Montreal and they will have to beat South Korea if they're to have any chance of staying in it.
That's never happening.
Franach.
Foul.
Pushed in the back, Klosek, as he came to meet that.
He's had a really good start to the game, hasn't he, Klosek? See the work for the goal, but his work up front, closing down, his link-up play, it's been decent, it's been strong enough. You can see there they're shoving the back.
His return from injury is really precious for Czech Republic. He's been injured most of the season.
And these Czechs, they've got height. They look bigger in stature. Whilst the South Africans look smaller. That's another contributing factor again. When you're playing with big players. However, that does not prevent them from not scoring. What the hell?
Polis.
McQuaina.
Too high that from Ocon. He did pretty well, Muddy. You've got to keep that in play. Hollish to Kovac.
They're actually playing some nice football, South Africans.
And out of play off Maseko, it's going to be a throw into Czech Republic. It's
hydration break time.
Confederation of African Football, Watchalong. George Weah is here somewhere as well. Who not only was a great footballer, never played in World Cup Liberia, but ex-president of his native country, George Weah. We might have a look at him at some point. But it's the first hydration.
The first hydration between Czech Republic and South Africa, and Czech Republic are leading by a goal to nil. This first 20 minutes is all Czech. The Czech are having joy. They're having the joy to knock the ball around, to play the ball around. And South Africans are not pressing aggressively. And each time the South African have the ball, you see how aggressively the Czechians are pressing man to man, making sure they get the ball back.
Halfway through the first half, and Bafana one down.
So
I thought we started a bit slow. Czech Republic started on the front foot from the off.
oh God, I'm starving.
Really aggressively, getting in behind. And
How could you allow him turn there?
where you see they found themselves with a couple of chances in the first 10 minutes of the game. South Africa is just very sluggish and falling behind from a long throw in. South Africa didn't really help.
They look sluggish in this game at all.
Perfect opportunity and then get to go on the score sheet and from going 1-0 up, and then they sort of kind of control the game from South Africa, you know. So I think in the next after the hydration break, we need to get a bit more aggressive on the press as well. Press them higher because they're not as good on the ball as they've been shown this far of the game.
Thank you very much, Benny. More World Cup football coming up. Switzerland, Bosnia, Herzegovina tonight, 8 o'clock, 5 Live, BBC.
God, this will be another good match. Switzerland, Bosnia.
The northern host nation, Canada, take on
Another good match.
11 o'clock this evening, also 5 Live and BBC Sounds. And then on the TV, BBC
Mexico. I'll watch this one instead.
tomorrow morning. Mexico, the southern hosts against South Korea. That's the other game in this Group A. And Stephen, it's going pretty well at the moment for the team in red. You'll be happy, Miroslav Kovac down there.
They'll be delighted. The intensity of which his team set out, the way that they moved the ball. It was interesting though, Steve, as that hydration break went, it happened. There was huge boos around the stadium. I'm not enjoying these hydration breaks. It breaks the game up too much. It breaks the momentum. Your Czech Republic, you do not
I mean, this hydration break, I don't really get it. Why are they doing hydration breaks? It's killing the football. It's killing the game of football.
Yeah, it's not
It's
ideal.
killing the game of football. They can always get a drink every now and then. If the ball goes to throw in, someone is injured, anything happens, they could get a quick drink.
Great Brazilian keeper.
This dehydration drinks break is just something the Americans or they do it in their own sports. But in Europe, they shouldn't bring it down, please. We don't need it.
It's a fantastic stadium with that sort of camera lens roof that opens up in what they call a pinwheel action, like the lens of a camera. For those of a certain age, think the music box at the start of Camberwick Green, the little character used to come out of. You won't remember that, Steve.
No, sorry.
You have no idea what I'm talking about.
The camera lens, absolutely.
The long one from
Header from
South Africa, Williams.
That's a good ball from Apolis. Can they find some room?
Oh.
They did, but Mbata couldn't control the pass, which was a shame for them.
Again, Steve, that difference of pass, the ball from Apollos, the little reverse ball, it takes out that midfield press of the Czech Republic. You're just looking for that final little bit of quality that, at the moment, South Africa haven't had in high areas.
I'll come forward. overly impressed, I think. He may Ocon with the options ahead of him.
Because it is man-to-man, Steve, you've got to shift players out of the way, and that might be just the two midfielders split high and wide, and it might allow that ball centrally through the middle to hit striker. Then your wingers come back inside off the line and interplay with the strikers. You've got to shift that press in some way.
So fast forward ball, clattering off Oswin and Polis. Such a great servant for West Ham for so many seasons.
As the trains on Czech.
Hoffenheim.
No.
Been given the countdown there by the referee Tori Penso. He got it off just in time. Klozek. High boot, free kick.
On high boot.
And a Klozek just catching Taboho Mokwena. This is going to hurt.
Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as it was made out to be. Mokwena probably made a little bit more of it. He actually kicks Klozek back on his feet anyway, which is good.
Ocon here for South Africa. Adams. Possession, but absolutely no progression.
No progression as well. They've got possession, but no progression.
With 57% of possession. Doesn't tell you the full story, because it's where you have that possession and how you hurt in the opposition that counts.
Robin Hranach conceding the free kick here. I must say, Mick, if you are watching, I should say he looks like a good contender for an older Mick McCarthy lookalike.
Nice. That's too much.
Very little pace about South Africa at the moment. That's going to fall into Patrick Schick. This might be a problem.
That Schick. Oh, it's no one.
Schick looks right, then delivers to Sadilek. Soika back into Krejci.
Tightly played.
Hollish. Player Hollish. I'm surprised he wasn't involved in their first game against South Korea. Krejci. Hollish with the forward
pass.
ball.
No, he's just too strong for him.
Really well defended.
Very good defender. Oh, referee.
Czechs a bit frustrated by that. It came after a pause from referee Tori Penso. The whistle went free kick.
Did well there, didn't he? It just shows his strength, and the ball might have run out of play from Derrida. Halsey kept his eye on it all the way.
Here's Maseko. Crown Rainers has seen very little of the ball up top for South Africa. Modiba now looking for him.
Nothing is happening.
So far with something to do here. Little hook around from Derrida. Bukazi.
It's even that motion there from Mbakazi. He's slow running to the ball. He allows then the Czech Republic to get up the field, get to the ball quicker, turn, don't let them get set. And that's one of the problems that South Africa have got at the moment. It's so slow and lethargic. This has actually been the best outlet, the long ball.
Yeah, Williams goes long.
I think the long ball pays them more.
Soika. back into the Wolves defender. Kovac forward. Schick coming to meet it. Little chest off is not a
Ooh.
good idea. That's why play will go on. It was certainly late.
You're getting a card, that's for sure.
With the ball for Czech Republic.
Straight.
Well, Vladimir too far. Put the ball out of play with a misplaced pass, and the card is coming out here. And I'm not surprised because it was a really late challenge. And Lukasz Cher fell out.
Mrs. Next match.
You're surprised? Well, you're not surprised. He's surprised, Steve. I can't believe he's arguing with this foul. I mean, he's so late going for the ball.
No, that's the pure foul.
He thinks that is not a yellow card is beyond me.
That's the yellow card.
And it's his second of the tournament. Which means he won't play against South Korea. They actually forfeited in qualifying for the World Cup. A match which they won 2-0 against Lesotho. The result was eventually overturned, awarded to Lesotho 3-0 because Teboho Mokoena played in the game when he should have been suspended. And it was an administrative error of considerable proportions by South Africa, but they got away with it and qualified anyway. 1 point ahead of Nigeria in their section.
He picked up the book and it was sort of 2 years before, wasn't it? And
it was a long time before, yeah. Klozek.
You guys are missing lots of chances.
Too much on that for Hollish. It looked a fairly simple ball.
It's a couple of times now where he's got in great positions and then just been either too slow or not just quite found the way to pass, but he's getting in those positions and that's a positive sign.
So fast forward ball. Mokoena, Williams. If you're Miroslav Kovac, the coach of Czech Republic, Stevie, you're just feeling a little bit disappointed because South Africa really have offered nothing. But it's only 1-0 and they haven't kicked on from that early goal. They look comfortable and in control of things, Czech Republic. But the goal was a while ago now, half an hour ago.
I think you've got to give credit to South Africa because they have slowed the game down. They've made it a little bit more difficult for Czech Republic. I think it came in around the hydration break. However, they need to show their quality, Czech Republic. They have got more quality than South Africa.
Offside. Jaden Adams.
I think McCarthy mentioned that he wanted a higher press from South Africa, and I think that's half the reason why Czech Republic are finding it a little bit more difficult to get out and get possession higher up the pitch because the press has been better from South Africa.
Ikram Reyners, who was in an offside position, who then sought to get involved.
Come on, let's go. Foul, foul. Is that not a foul?
To the tussle, which won the ball. And
South Africa's press has becoming better now. So it's really giving Czech problems.
Not a great first touch. Just a little bit heavy with that. Maseko here settling for a corner. That's probably their best moment so far.
Yeah, it was, and he didn't really have to do much, did he, Maseko? Because he just kept on running in a straight line. And it just opened up for him. Nice little pass there into Reyners, and then that touch, as you say, Steve.
Touch was too much.
No, it's too heavy.
Too heavy.
It's not good enough. It has to be tighter. Gives the keeper an opportunity to come out and smother it.
They've got a corner though. Same routine as the first one. Pulled back to Teboho Mokoena. Driven in by Apollos. Cleared away. Klozek sees a gap. Not sure he's going to be able to run right through it. And he couldn't. The challenge was a fair one, says referee Tori Pencer. Mokoena. Adams. Down. Batter, Mokoena. If they can get Mudau motoring up and down with the ball down that right-hand side, things could definitely happen for them. He's so athletic.
But there has to be a better relationship between him and Aseko. If Aseko runs inside, then it'll create that space for him. At the moment, he's just hugging the touchline, he's staying out wide, and it's not really giving him an opportunity to overlap and get beyond him.
The game has become fair even now, because South Africa are now forcing the Czechs to go back, but they keep. Oh my God! What are you doing? What are you doing?
You shouldn't be playing them passes when the players, his midfielders, can see him and they can only face it and they can't get in the half turn. There's only one place that they can pass that ball, and that's backwards. That's what they have to do, is beat that press. That's the great man.
That's George Weah.
George Weah. What a player. I was lucky enough to see him play for Liberia in the African Cup of Nations of 2002 in Mali, right at the end of his career. And of course, he had a little spell with Chelsea, didn't he? One of the great players whose nation unfortunately never got anywhere near a World Cup finals. So far with this throw-in, firmly nodded out by Ime Okon.
Czechs, you guys need to score one more goal at least, maybe two in the first half. What is all this?
That press again from South Africa has improved since the hydration break.
Watchalong. Schick might get onto this after the little error from Bakati.
Yeah,
Managed to
foul.
stay on his feet the first time, not the second.
I'll take you pick which foul you wanted.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple in there.
And
Someone is definitely getting a red card. Someone is definitely getting a red card in this game.
I think for a minute,
Yes,
things go to Mokoena again.
Steve, I don't think it was for the foul. I think it was actually for talking back to the referee. It was a little bit late on.
So I'm about to add Mokoena in the boot.
Mbata, yellow carded.
Into the last 5 minutes of normal time in this first half. Czech Republic scores 5 minutes into it. Hoping to score again 5 minutes from the end of it. Sounded like he scored a goal. It's one of the players who looks interested in this. It's not Sadalek, and it's well over the top of the bar from Hos.
Absolutely rubbish.
I don't think he was
Zenden.
taken, was he? No.
No, this is new.
Arsenal, Man United, and France World Cup player, of course. Callum Nedved,
Nedved.
one of the great players of that great
Nedved.
generation for Czech Republic. One of whom is on the coaching staff, actually. Jan Sucho-Parek was part of the squad of 96 that went all the way to Wembley and lost on the golden goal in the final. Adams, Modiba, Apolis, and again, also an Apolis.
The hydration break has really helped the South Africans. Has really helped them. After the hydration break, they really stepped up their game.
But straight rather than Mudau, who's coming in from around the back.
I've got to step right, Steve. I love that. An early offside flag. I haven't seen that for a long time.
They really stepped up their
Straight
game.
away, the flag went up. But better from Apollos, driving in off the line, looking for a forward pass straight away and receiving the ball back after linking up and then getting that ball in quicker. That's about timing the runs and making sure that they're better.
Tomasz Hollish forward. Modiba,
Modiba.
Queen. Maseko looking for space on the right touchline. Mudau comes infield instead. Audrey Mongiva. If you're Ikram Reyners up there, you're frustrated, aren't you? He's I don't know what his touch map would look like, but it's not a lot. That's a corner kick.
Corner kick for the South.
Opportunity rolling, cross into the box, loses man, beyond it. He's got off a little bit more in terms of link-up play.
Osman Apollos to take this corner kick for South Africa. Played short. Sufal tucks it away.
These corners are so frustrating, Steve. They've lost every corner from playing short, and you're thinking, how are you not learning from it? Why are you not putting the ball into the penalty area, or at least changing up what you're doing in terms of not such a short corner?
Mokoena. That's short for O'Connor. It was a tall ball by Mudau. Shoot. It's a South African throw in. He was a bit lucky there, Kalisa Mudau. Now, Motiva. And Mokoena. It's better than his first effort.
Better than the first one. Fair. Fair enough.
Take a hold of that. That they move the ball is better. It's a decent enough strike. It was always rising, always a difficult skill. Cutting up across the ball. Take a little bit of pace off it as well. It'll always drift high. Such a difficult skill, keeping that down.
Soika.
Suchek playing at all.
Krejci. Chair back to Ladislav
I don't
Krejci.
think Suchek is playing. Is Suchek playing? How's the throwing for the Czech? 4 minutes.
Number 4 to add on to this first half. That's
4 minutes, guys.
winning goal, the difference between them at the moment.
Still 1-0.
Possibly dealt with under no pressure by Mbakazi, collected by Darida. And Mudau does well, wins aside a goal kick. Quite a few games here today. Had they beaten Czech Republic in the playoff, then it would have been Denmark here, and a few had invested already. The expectation that they would beat Czech Republic, and of course they didn't. Czechs beat Republic of Ireland on penalties, and then Denmark the same way. Modiba.
Modiba.
Again here, why do the two centre midfielders keep on going on top of the goalkeeper? The goalkeeper can actually keep on walking higher up the pitch. We've seen his passing range. You know, he can hit the ball well into the strikers.
Mokoena's fouled by Lukas Scherf. Free kicks taken from the wrong place. They're not going to get away with that. And Bacon, Okazi, Apollos.
I think South Africans, they really stepped up their game after the dehydration break.
Maseko for Ocon. Now back into the same player. Maseko. Again, just sort of triangles and possession for possession's sake, really.
Yeah, they're not finding a route through, are they?
Vidal couldn't reach that. It's a goal kick to Czech Republic. .31 now, Kalisa Vidal. He's got through a lot of ground in this first half for not much reward. Kovac with the clearance away downfield. Now Maseko. Rangers making the run ahead of him. Maseko almost letting it get away from
Yeah,
him.
he looks lively when he's with the ball.
This is better. Modiba. And dropped.
Oh, for a block.
Right at the end of the half, a bit of really good football from Maseko for South Africa, and now Closet charging forward. It is a goal kick. Did really well, Maseko. It's a great run by banter, which helped him out actually.
Yeah, it actually felt
There's the first half
well, and he couldn't quite get
between
it
South Africa and
at the end, but it was just with the ball.
Czech.
Modiba, I don't think it makes a mess of it as he turns the